So how many minutes is that? 8. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to try something a little strange. I'm going to time myself and see how daggone quickly I can put on makeup without it looking terrible. If you're new here, I am a high school teacher and I'm in front of students all day, so I have to feel confident about myself, and makeup is one way that I do that. I'm going to time myself in this video and see how fast I can put on my makeup, just my normal makeup that I would wear every day teaching. I do not wear foundation every day. Ain't nobody got time for that. Also, it creases on me and just looks silly throughout the day. I don't want to have to go touch it up because frankly, I do not get any time to run to the bathroom for more than minutes. I don't have time to look in the mirror and touch up my face makeup. Also, I teach at a private school and the lighting is horrendous. Like, I'm practically, this is TMI, but I'm practically going to the bathroom in the dark. So I can't check my makeup in there. The only way I can check my makeup is in my classroom. So I have like this little mirror, this compact mirror that I check just to make sure I don't look horrendous. And I'm so like embarrassed to do that in front of my students because I don't want to be vain, and checking up my makeup and touching up my powder or my foundation just isn't me. That's not who I want to be. So I don't want them to see me, and I don't have any time where I don't have students like in my room because I am a pushover, and when they want to eat in my classroom with me, like, yes, absolutely. So I don't get my lunch break without students, which is my fault. And I only get one planning, which is in like the very, very morning. So my makeup doesn't have time to break down or look terrible. With all that being said, I just don't have time. So it has to go on in the morning. I have to set it with setting spray, and it has to last me until 3:40. That's the hope. It didn't always work last year, so this year I'm going to try to get like that perfect holy grail makeup combination for myself. Let's see if that works. Today is my test run. I've already found some products that I really like together, and we're just going to see how quickly I can do it. Because I'm not a morning person, if I don't have to add another minute that I don't need to, that is ideal. So before I make this intro 5,000 years long, let's go ahead and get into it. You're zoomed in. I'm going to start with my BH Cosmetics pink color corrector, and under the eyes, I'm dealing with some pretty horrid breakouts right now. I did a bad thing. I had a guest over the weekend, stay all weekend in our house. It was our first guest. I was like anxious, really trying to make them as comfortable as possible. And at night, it was like 2 a.m. when we were sleeping. Oh my goodness. I didn't take off my face makeup and just kind of like passed out in bed. That is not good for the skin. Not good. So I am trying to deal with those and praying that they will not be on my face when I start the first week of school. I just apply this with my finger. I haven't found a brush that I like that doesn't take away the coverage. And there is one YouTuber that says like setting powders really takes away her coverage. I think that might be my issue, but I don't know what to do about that because if I don't set it, it creases and moves all over the place. I'm in between a rock and a hard place. Start Shape Tape going on. Going to put a generous amount down here on my blemishes so that I can also kind of smooth it out and make it almost like covering my whole chin. And I do bring it across the bridge of my nose and up between my eyebrows. There is a correlation between my self-confidence and the amount of concealer I put on. I'm going out to dinner, so I don't feel like I'm putting on all this makeup and it being a waste. Also, I'm going into my classroom today and my desks have been moved. Everything's cleaned. Now it's just up to me to make it beautiful and decorated the way I want. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and set everything with powder. I'm not even going to show you what I'm using because it's just my standard. This is the loose Maybelline Fit Me powder. So this is my tried and true product. This is my Karity Nudes and Rudes palette. I really do like this. I feel like every time I put it on, it stays in place, it doesn't crease, it does what it needs to do, it doesn't fade. So I think I'm going to be wearing this pretty much all year, just for really quick makeup in the morning. If I wake up one morning and my cup of coffee does extra magic and I feel like spending a little time on my makeup rather than just sitting in bed and waking up for, you know, that 30-minute time period. Again, I'm not a morning person, so I just need to like open my eyes, take in the world, get through the shock and trauma of waking up by an alarm and not just waking up naturally, and drinking coffee. So if I, again, for some reason think, oh, this is a day I'm going to take on and I want to do more makeup than normal, then I'll probably reach for some of my other palettes. But I think the Karity palette is going to be my everyday go-to. You know what I just realized? I'm not timing any of this. That was the whole point, was to see how long this routine took. How long did the concealer and the setting take? What do you think? 3 minutes? It couldn't have taken more than 3 minutes. I literally patted it in with my finger and set it with powder. Okay, we're gonna do that took 3 minutes. It is 11:33. Perfect. So it's like we started at 11:30. That's what I'm gonna call the time in, and then I'm gonna go in with my palette. For the sake of time, I'm just gonna kind of run through it, talk to you as I can, but really focus on getting this done quickly. Look, I didn't even put my hair up. I'm going in with Newborn as the transition shade, and in the mornings I am pretty tired, so I'm super sloppy trying to replicate that here. To deepen it, I go in with Sunkiss. I'm gonna go in with Tongue Tied and just throw that on back here, and take Butterscotch. Let's try some pixie dust on the center, and then take that brush again with Sunkissed and try to soften those edges. Take some Persephone and put it on that outer corner. This is going well. It's 11:37. Eyeliner time. This might be a terrible idea, but I'm going to try a new eyeliner, the one I got in my BoxyCharm subscription. Bellapierre gel eyeliner. You know I love me some gel eyeliner in ebony. I love that noise. And it's got a nice little tip already, so I'm just going to go for it. Alright, I like this. It's a little less gel than I'm used to. It kind of drags and pulls on the skin more than glides smoothly over it. So I did struggle just a smidgen, but seriously, this is what takes the longest out of my entire routine. Let's see, mascara. Mascara! This really isn't taking long at all. I can do this every morning. That gives me a little more confidence as I go into next week, and it makes me feel like I can sleep in a little more. And who doesn't like to sleep in just a little more? No, seriously. Who doesn't like to sleep in more? Comment below if you're the person that has one alarm and wakes up, or if you are the kind of person that has multiple alarms or hits snooze multiple times. I want to know. In college, I used to hit snooze so many times that I'd accidentally turn it off and I missed class. So I would have literally multiple alarms set at 5-minute increments, just because if I turned it off by accident, I'd have another one to wake me up. That got on my nerves so much that I ended up quitting that cold turkey, getting rid of all those alarms, and just waking up to the first one. So now I'm the type of the gal that hears the alarm, turns it off, and gets up and starts the day. As in, gets up, gets the coffee, and goes back to my bed and browses Facebook like a newspaper for half an hour. Alright people, that's literally what I do. Just kidding. I always put on a liquid lipstick because I am just confident and self-assured that my liquid lipstick, because I don't have time to touch up, will be just fine. I do always touch up at the end of lunch. I'm gonna go with the BH Cosmetics liquid lip in Serena. Now, I have tried this on camera before and it is orange. we're gonna get over it. The typical one I wear is the Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa K, or if I'm feeling a little darker, I'll do the Candy K. I'm gonna call time at 11:47. Now that is with me searching for products and with me saying, you know, the concealer and setting was 3 minutes. So here I try to do math, 30 to 40. All right, so that took 17 minutes. And let me just say, I've been watching these back to school or 10-minute glam makeup tutorials. That took me 17 minutes and I basically put on barely any makeup. How are these women like, oh, I can put on this primer and this foundation and this eyeshadow and these lashes and this contour and this bronzer and this highlight in 10 minutes? Sorry, that was rude. Speaking of which, I didn't do any of my face products either. Should I throw those on? Let's make that as like an addendum. So this takes 17 minutes. If I'm feeling more energetic, we'll add on the time that it takes to put on bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I think that's a fair deal. It's 11:48 and I'm gonna go into my e.l.f. bronzer and run that along the cheekbone and high cheek area. So you all know I'm just using the products that I used in my previous video. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in Natural Glow. And this is the brush that I got in the BoxyCharm subscription. I really can't see any color, just some glow. I'm putting it on all over because why not? And then last but not least, the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearl. I find that this applies really strongly. It's super highlighty if you use a dense brush. That's why I'm using my finger. It's a little more subtle if you use a finger application. Done. So 11:48 to 11:51. So how many minutes is that? 3 minutes. 3 extra minutes to put that all on. So 17, 18, 19, 20. So it would take me 20 minutes to do this? There is no way it takes me 20 minutes. That does seem a little long. Maybe it was just because I was talking and finding products and grabbing them from my makeup desk and putting them on the filming desk. I think that's what it was. Ooh, final step. Not that this would take very long. I gotta set it. That's my check-in time. It takes me 20 minutes on camera to do this. Also, I don't do anything with my hair in the morning. I may, if I'm having a bad hair day, just pin it up something like this, or like twist it, or put it up halfway, but that's all I do. So that's all I have. This makeup is what I'm going with for the school year. May switch up eyeshadow colors and so forth. This is basically what I do every single day for that school year, so I don't have to worry about touching up or my makeup breaking down. This stuff is pretty much foolproof and will stay on my face where I put it in the first place. Again, leave comments down below on whether or not you are a 1 alarm person and you wake up immediately, or if you hit that snooze button. I'm curious. We could do like a little statistics project, even though I'm an English teacher and you saw me using my fingers to count for how long that took. Don't judge me, please. I feel like back to school season definitely affects us, whether or not you're a student or a mom or a teacher. If you're working in retail, you may hear less screaming children or whining children, so that's a benefit. So I hope you all hang in there for this back to school season. I love you all. I'll see you in my next video.